What is poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another film review. Today we're taking a look at a Netflix film which I watched at a sleepover because my girlfriend's sister came around and we're looking after her for the night, and she wanted to watch a movie, so we put this one on, and it is Leo from Netflix. It is Adam Sandler's new Netflix movie. He did one last year called Hubie Halloween, which I haven't seen yet, but this one is called Leo, and it's about a lizard, a class lizard, who starts helping out a class to get over their stuff. But just some quick information here. If you do still want to help Thankmas, it is still going on for the rest of December. Please do go check out the top link in the description. It really does help out, and it really does mean a lot. And we have raised, Jacksepticeye has raised $6 million, and that is amazing. But let's get back to Leo the Lizard. So, Leo the Lizard has been stuck in the same Florida school for decades. When he learns he only has 1 year left to live, he plans to escape to freedom, but instead has to rescue his class from their horribly mean substitute teacher. So basically how this starts off is there's a new class, obviously in a school, like everyone's moving up a year, and there's this new class, and Leo and the turtle, I don't remember the name of the turtle, I think he's called Squirtle, and they're here for the new year, and they're ready to learn again, and their teacher's pregnant, and they're picking on all the kids, being like, hey, obviously the stereotypes are here, let's go find the stereotypes. And then the teacher goes off for maternity leave and leaves them with an evil, old-fashioned substitute teacher, which they all hate. So the year starts dragging on, and they start having to take Leo home to learn some responsibility. Leo then tries to escape, as it says here, but instead he accidentally talks to the humans, which does cause problems, and he ends up helping this girl that talks a lot because she's the one that gets to take him home. And this character reminded me of my girlfriend quite a lot, and he helped her by making her ask questions instead of just ramble and talk on. And he made her think that she's special and that she's the only one that can hear him. She then takes him home at the end of the weekend, and he then goes back with another person, which has a drone, who then basically helps him break up with his drone, like a relationship thing, which is really weird, and it got really dark and scary. But there was a Lego sort of scene there, so it did make up for it. But he told him the same thing, that, hey, you're special, you're the only one that can hear me. The third week, they both want to take him home, but then the popular girl's like, hey, if he's awesome, I want to take him. And then they go home to this party that she's having at the weekend, and he basically tells her that she's not that special, and she doesn't need to be awesome because her family's awesome. She doesn't need to do this. She doesn't need to act this way. She can just be herself and be friends with everybody. So she invites everybody to the party, and they all have a good time. And then Leo frees the other animals from being in captivity for the party animals, the show animals. He frees them all, and Leo is fleeing and running away with them, but then he decides not to and goes home with them back to school, and he continues to help the rest of the class in like a quick montage. He then gets a phone from each of the children, and the turtle becomes very jealous very quickly of Leo, and then he basically snitches on him to the other kids, saying, hey, none of you are special, Leo's talking to all of you. And then the teacher sees and takes him home to be like, hey, I thought this was my work, not your work. And she then throws him into the California sort of forest. They drive for quite a while, and he gets thrown into like a forest, and he's released into the wild. And Leo is then finding his way, struggling to survive. The students win. They want to see Leo. Leo left, and the teacher lied about like throwing him out. They then go on a mission to find him with the teacher, and the teacher gets a permanent place at the school. All the kids are happy, all the kids love him and finish the year with great success. And the teacher then takes over kindergarten, and then these two turtles go to the kindergarten as well. that is pretty much the quick plot of the movie. I think it is a really great movie. Adam Sandler isn't doing the normal Adam Sandler tropes. It is a really good movie, and I'm very happy with this one. It's not a normal Adam Sandler movie. It's like a kid's movie. And I think it is on the same level as Hotel Transylvania, a really good sort of story that is to be told here with, you can all work over your, work over your issues. You can all get better. You can all learn, and you can all sort of, you're all perfect the way you are, and you don't need to be who you're not, or you don't need to worry, and you don't need to sort of fake yourself to be sort of proud of yourself. And I think that's a very special message, or at least the message that I got from this film. And I think it's a really good message, especially to be teaching children, because this is a kids' film. It is an animated kids' film. It is animated pretty weakly. The animation isn't anything special. It's a pretty basic animation style, one which I see quite a few animation studios do. It's nothing too flash, nothing too out there. It's very simple. It's something to be expected from animation nowadays. It is just like the base level animation, and I don't know any other actors or actresses in this film. Adam Sandler seems to be like the main head, the main star. I don't see anyone else in this story, so I don't think it has that good of a cast, if I'm being honest. The voice actors are still good, and I do like how the kid has each stereotype, and he does help them all individually. The kids don't get an equal amount of screen time, I will give you that right now. There is some kids which get a lot more screen time than others, like the first three I mentioned are the main three kids to talk about, and they reminded me of my girlfriend with the girl with glasses, and then the kid with a drone reminded me of myself, and I did get pointed that out by my girlfriend and her little sister, who both said, "Hey, it's you," throughout the entire film when that kid was on. There is quite a cool funny jokes. There's reference to Pokemon with this turtle being called Squirtle, and the reference to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Leo being called Leonardo, and he wants to be called Leo because it's less Ninja Turtley, even though Leonardo goes by Leo in the Turtles. But anyway, what else do we have to talk about in this film? It is a very basic film, but it still had a very joyful message. It is a kid's film, so it is bright and colourful, and there is very little shading. I do believe it is just like a very bright movie with very little shading. The animation isn't spectacular, but the story makes up for that. The story is really good, and it's about helping people and being proud of yourself and sort of making yourself better and bettering yourself all the time. And I like that. It also has a very basic storyline. I could tell he was going to get caught out like straight off the bat. As soon as he started helping the first kid, I'm like, right, he's going to help all the others. There is no way he's just going to help this one kid and escape. It was a very predictable story, but a very good one with a great message. And I am going to give this film a solid 7 out of 10. It's nothing too wow or out of this world or breathtaking. You're breathtaking. It is quite a basic film with a basic plot, but I liked how they did it. I liked how they did it with a lizard, and I liked the Lego sort of reference here with him being Godzilla through the Lego town. I thought that was quite cool. But again, it is just another animated Netflix movie. The Adam Sandler tropes were nowhere to be seen, which I am very thankful for, because I am getting sick of these Adam Sandler films where Adam Sandler plays himself and just has a hot wife and goes on some wacky, goofy adventure with his friends, because that's pretty much every Adam Sandler movie. This one, completely different. I loved it. It was a very nice new take on Adam Sandler. I did not like his voice for this. I thought it fit the lizard, but just his voice was sort of very draining and very sort of groaning, and I didn't like it. It was very off-putting, and other than his voice, everyone else's voices was incredible. I don't know why, but it fit the lizard. It just didn't seem like a very happy sort of lizard-like... Well, it was a lizard-like voice, but it wasn't like an animated lizard voice. It felt very out of place compared to the other characters. It wasn't very sort of... It didn't seem like a kids' movie character. It didn't seem very Disney. It felt very off-brand Disney, if that makes sense. But again, it does deserve the 7 out of 10. There isn't much else to talk about this film. It is a very basic film, and I think the 7 sort of fits. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this YouTube video. I'll see you all next one. Have a nice day and goodbye. If you do want a little bit more Tyler Price in your life, please do go check out the link tree, which is in the description of my YouTube channel and this video, where you can check out everything that I have to offer, from my TikTok to my Twitch to my Instagram to my Twitter. 18 plus only, please. But yeah, other than that, it's basically all I have to say for this movie. It is Adam Sandler as a lizard helping out kids. Great message, pretty weak animation, pretty decent voice actors, and the story is good. I don't have much else to say. It wasn't like a wow factor movie, and I feel like I'm repeating myself now, and I don't want to do that, so I am gonna head off into the unknown and just tell you goodbye.